Okay, for this you're gonna need bleach toilet bowl cleaner, tie-dye, a pair of scissors, a piece of cardboard, some rubber bands, and whatever fabric you want to tie-dye. I'll be tie-dyeing 2 pairs of socks, this black t-shirt and this white t-shirt. You're gonna want to lay out something so that you don't stain your floor or table. And then I started with my white t-shirt. For this, I just bunched it up piece by piece starting in the corner. I then secured it with a bunch of rubber bands so that it would stay in a tight, small ball. Then I got my tie-dye and started spraying it all over. The red spray was spraying out really wide, so I didn't use it too much, except for on the back. I then went through and covered any spaces that I saw that were still white. Once I was done, I got a Ziploc bag and put it aside. Next, I decided to tie-dye these old socks that I didn't really like anymore. For these ones, I just did an accordion style fold for all 4 of them. I also used some old hair ties that I had laying around because I ran out of rubber bands. I then tie-dyed these in a striped fashion, and I didn't use the green for these ones. I was worried about the red spraying out too much, but I figured it would just create a purple color blending in with the blue. Also, I much prefer the tie-dye that drips out because spraying these hurts your fingers after a while. Okay, once I was done spraying these, I put them into another plastic bag and put them to the side. For the bleach dye, I just folded over my trash bag so that no tie-dye got on it, and I did the same bunching method that I did with the first t-shirt. After bunching it up, I then started to secure it with some hair ties and had a small mishap. It wasn't too big of a deal though, so I just quickly resecured it with the rest of my hair ties. For the bleach dye, you're going to want to cover the entire surface with bleach. I highly recommend wearing some gloves for this step, but I didn't have any. Once I was happy with how much bleach was on it, I put it into a third bag. You're going to want to let the bleach dye sit for about 2 to 5 hours or until you like the color that you see. And for the tie-dye, you're going to want to let it dry completely. Once everything is ready, you're going to want to go ahead and rinse out all the excess dye until the water is running clear. Once you're done rinsing them out, you're going to want to wash them in the washer and dryer. Now for putting the holes in the t-shirt. You're going to want to use your piece of cardboard, so that you don't cut both layers of fabric at the same time or your floor. I started off cutting small holes into the t-shirt, but later I decided I didn't like this method because the holes were too big and began to just cut at the fabric like I was using a knife, and it worked out a lot better. I cut the t-shirt all over the front and the back in just random spots. I also made sure to include the sleeves. Be really careful when doing this. I did hit my finger a few times, but luckily my scissors were pretty dull. Then I just stretched out this shirt to make the holes a little bigger. This is what it looked like before I decided to crop it. To crop it, I just folded it up until I liked the length and then secured it with a few bobby pins. I also decided I wanted to trim the sleeves a little bit. To trim the bottom of the shirt, I cut along the bobby pins to make sure my line would be straight, and then I just cut all the way around the t-shirt. This is what it looked like cropped. I then decided to cut the hem of the sleeve completely off. For the last step, I decided I wanted to give the neckline a more distressed look, so I picked a spot in the back to cut a small hole, and then with the pocket that it made, I cut all the way around the neckline. This part was a little bit tricky to get the scissors into the little pocket it made, but once I did, it went pretty fast. This is what the neckline looked like after I finished cutting it. This is the final product for the t-shirt. After I wash it again, the hemline should all roll up to give it an even better look. This is how the Mickey Mouse shirt ended up. I didn't really like how little tie-dye there was, especially on the back, so I will probably end up re-tie-dyeing this one at some point. And these are what the socks looked like. The tie-dye ended up washing out a lot, but they looked better than before, so I was happy. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.